The cargo hold of the Stellar Wanderer fell silent as Captain Vexthor's crimson eyes scanned the cowering prisoners. The Krathian pirate lord stood nearly 8 feet tall, his obsidian scales reflecting the dim emergency lights. Behind him, his crew of raiders swept through the corridor, their plasma rifles at the ready. "Pathetic," Vexthor hissed, his translator rendering the words in a dozen languages simultaneously. Another shipment of weaklings heading to the outer colonies. Among the huddled masses, 17-year-old Kevin pressed himself against the cold metal wall, his arm protectively around 12-year-old Daisy. The girl trembled, her fingers clutching her brother's jacket. They had been traveling to New Terra to start a new life after their parents' death. Now that dream seemed impossibly distant. "Stay behind me," Kevin whispered, feeling Daisy's rapid heartbeat against his side. Vexthor's lieutenant, a four-armed Zelkian named Grak, moved through the prisoners, scanning their identification chips. "This one's worth credits," he announced, grabbing a Centaurian merchant by the collar. "Medical research will pay well for his species." As Grak approached their position, Kevin felt Daisy tense. The pirate's scanner hovered over her, and his reptilian features twisted into something resembling a smile. "A human female child, rare. The slavers on Kepler 9 will—" Kevin didn't let him finish. Years of defending his sister on the rough streets of Earth's lower districts had taught him one thing. Hesitation meant defeat. He launched himself forward, driving his shoulder into Grak's midsection with every ounce of strength in his lean frame. The impact sent the alien stumbling backward, his scanner clattering to the floor. The hold erupted in chaos. Grak roared, 2 of his arms reaching for Kevin while the other 2 fumbled for his weapon. But the human boy was already moving. He grabbed the dropped scanner and swung it like a club, connecting with one of Grak's eyes. The alien howled in pain. "Run, Daisy!" Kevin shouted, but his sister stood frozen. Vexthor watched the scene unfold with unexpected fascination. In 3 centuries of raiding, he had seen countless species face capture, most with resignation, some with pleading, a few with defiance. But this human child fought with something else entirely, a primal, ferocious determination that transcended logic or self-preservation. Grak, recovering from his shock, raised his plasma rifle. "I'll vaporize this insect." "Hold." Vexthor's command cut through the din like a blade. The entire crew froze. Grak's finger hovered over the trigger, confusion evident on his wounded face. "Captain?" Kevin stood panting, his makeshift weapon raised, positioning himself between the pirates and Daisy. Blood trickled from a cut above his eye, but his gaze never wavered from Vexthor's towering form. The boy knew he stood no chance, they all knew it, but he didn't lower his guard. Vexthor approached slowly, each footstep echoing in the silent hold. He stopped mere feet from Kevin, studying the human with an intensity that made the other prisoners look away. "You know you cannot win," the pirate captain stated simply. "Doesn't matter," Kevin replied, his voice steady despite his trembling hands. "She's my sister." Something shifted in Vexthor's expression. Among the Krathians, sibling bonds were sacred, the foundation of their warrior culture. He had not expected to find such devotion among humans, a species his people had dismissed as soft and overly emotional. "What is your name, human?" "Kevin." "And that's Daisy. We're going to New Terra." "Not anymore," Vexthor said, but his tone lacked its earlier cruelty. He extended one clawed hand and Kevin flinched but didn't retreat. "Lower your weapon. I will not harm your sister. I don't believe you." A rumbling sound emerged from Vexthor's chest, laughter. "You have spirit, young one." "Tell me, how old are you?" 17 standard years. "And you became guardian to your sibling?" Kevin nodded slowly. "Our parents died in the factory collapse on Earth. Daisy is all I have left." Vexthor turned to his crew, who watched with bewildered expressions. "Among my people there is a saying. The worth of a warrior is measured not by the battles he wins, but by those he refuses to abandon." He looked back at Kevin. "You are no warrior, human. You are untrained, weak by Krathian standards, and foolish, but you possess something valuable." "What?" Kevin asked suspiciously. "Honor, loyalty, ferocity born not of hatred but of love." Vexthor gestured to the prisoners. "These others cower and wait for mercy. You fight when fighting is futile. This interests me." Grak stepped forward, all 4 arms gesticulating wildly. "Captain, surely you don't mean—" "Silence." Vexthor's command brooked no argument. He studied Kevin for a long moment, then made a decision that would alter both their destinies. I am taking most of these prisoners. They will be sold or ransomed according to our traditions, but you and your sister will come with me aboard the Crimson Talon. As slaves? Kevin's grip tightened on his weapon. As potential. Vexthor's translator struggled with the nuance. The galaxy is cruel, young human. Those who cannot fight are consumed. But those who fight, truly fight, sometimes they survive to become something greater. He paused. I offer you training. Combat skills, survival tactics, the ways of the raiders. In 3 years, when you reach adulthood by galactic law, you may choose. Join my crew as equals or leave with safe passage to any world you desire. Your sister will be protected during this time, untouched and unharmed. This I swear on my clan's honor. Daisy finally found her voice. Kevin? He looked at his sister, then at the pirate captain. Every instinct screamed danger, but he saw something in Vexthor's eyes, a warrior's respect. Perhaps even the ghost of honor. The alternative was separation, slavery, or death. If you harm her, Kevin said quietly, I'll find a way to kill you. I don't care how long it takes. Vexthor's laugh boomed through the hold. Good. That is the spirit I seek. He turned to his crew. Greg, take the other prisoners to the holding cells. These two come to my ship. They are under my personal protection. As they were escorted away, Daisy gripped Kevin's hand tightly. Are we going to be okay? She whispered. Kevin watched Vexthor's massive form stride ahead of them, the other pirates giving their captain and now his new wards a wide berth. I don't know, he admitted, but we're together. That's what matters. Behind them, the stellar wanderer grew smaller in the viewport as the Crimson Talon accelerated toward unknown stars, and in that moment a legend began. One that would speak of a human boy whose fierce love for his sister caught the attention of the galaxy's most feared pirate and changed them both forever. The galaxy would soon learn that humanity's greatest weapon was not technology or strength, but an unbreakable bond that no force in the universe could sever.